Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into how to cut through all that data noise to design dashboards that actually give you clear, immediate insight.
Okay, let's just start with this quote, because it really hits home. A tsunami of data. We all feel that, right? Every report, every notification, it feels like we're just getting flattened by this constant wave of information we're supposed to understand.
So to help us out, we were promised this amazing tool, the dashboard. The idea was simple: at-a-glance insight, total clarity. But what's the reality for most of us? It's this, a cluttered, confusing mess that honestly just makes things worse.
This problem is so common it actually has a name: dancing bearware. I love this term. It's like seeing a bear that can sorta dance. It's impressive for a second, but it's not actually good dancing. It's just a clumsy, lumbering beast. And we've gotten so used to the clumsy beast that we've forgotten what real elegance looks like.
So why? Why do so many dashboards fail so spectacularly? What is the root cause of this total communication breakdown? Let's dissect this failure.
Well, here's the thing. It's not a technology problem. The tools we have are more powerful than they've ever been. The issue, almost every single time, is just plain poor visual design. It's not about what the software can do. It's about what our brains need it to do to make sense of everything.
And data viz expert Stephen Few has basically laid out the usual suspects. I bet you've seen these a million times. Charts drowning in useless decorations, those awful 3D pie charts that distort everything, numbers with way too many decimal points. Each one of these mistakes just adds more and more visual noise, burying the one thing we're actually looking for, the insight.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The solution here isn't about being a better artist or making things look cool. The solution is actually rooted in the hard science of how our brains are fundamentally wired to process visual information.
The secret is this incredible thing called pre-attentive processing. You can honestly think of it as your brain's built-in visual superpower. It's this subconscious, lightning-fast ability to spot basic differences, like color or size or shape, without you even having to try. Let's try a little experiment. Take a look at this block of numbers. Quick, tell me how many threes are in there. It's not easy, is it? You have to scan it, number by number, line by line. That's your brain using slow, attentive processing. And it is hard work. Okay, how about now? Boom! The threes just pop right out at you. We didn't change the data at all. We just changed one simple visual property, their color. Your pre-attentive system found them instantly with zero conscious effort. That is the magic we need to harness in our designs.
So, which visual tricks work best? Well, researchers have literally ranked them by how accurately our brains perceive them. And look at this, there are clear winners. Position and length are right at the top, which is why bar charts are so effective. But look way down at the bottom. Area and color hue. This explains why some very common charts can actually be really misleading.
Okay, so theory is great, but let's get practical. How do we take this science of perception and actually apply it to transform our dashboards from total clutter into real, honest-to-goodness clarity? The single most important guiding principle, the one thing to rule them all, is what Thoreau said: simplify. In dashboard design, this means you have to be absolutely ruthless. Resist the temptation to decorate, and instead focus every single effort on one thing: clarifying the message. The legendary Edward Tufte gave us a brilliant tool for this called the data-ink ratio. And the goal is just so simple. Make sure the vast majority of the ink on your graphic is dedicated to showing the data. Then erase everything else. Those heavy grid lines, gone. 3D effects, get rid of them. Unnecessary borders, erase. Strip it all away until only the essential data remains.
So, let's look at a classic offender: the pie chart. Remember that ranking table? Pie charts force our brains to compare angles and areas, two of the things we are just notoriously bad at. Looking at this, can you tell for sure if the north slice is bigger than the west slice without reading the labels? It's tough, and that defeats the whole point of a visual chart.
Now watch what happens when we use the exact same data in a simple bar chart. The answer is immediate. East is the biggest, south is the smallest, no question. Why? Because our brains are absolutely brilliant at comparing length. This chart taps directly into that pre-attentive superpower. There's no mental work required. The insight is just there.
This kind of thinking, applying the real science of perception, has even led to totally new inventions for displaying data. Stephen Few created the bullet graph specifically to replace those flashy speedometer-style gauges you see everywhere that are just so inefficient. And the design is just brilliant. In one tiny, compact graphic, you get the whole story. The main bar shows you where you are right now. That little vertical marker, that's your target. And the shaded bars in the background tell you if your performance is good, satisfactory, or poor. It's a massive amount of context, presented in a dead simple way your brain gets instantly.
So, this all brings us to the most crucial point. Effective design, the kind we're talking about, it's not about making data look pretty just for the sake of it. The ultimate goal is something much, much deeper than that. It's about enlightenment. The whole purpose of data visualization isn't to entertain, it's to make the complex clear. It's about turning that tsunami of raw numbers into genuine, actionable understanding. It's about communicating so efficiently that it sparks real insight and leads to better, faster decisions. So here's the thought I really want to leave you with. From now on, whenever you look at a chart or a dashboard, ask yourself this one simple question. Is this telling me a story, or is it just making noise? Start demanding clarity, not just decoration, because great design doesn't just show you data, it delivers insight.